Hi, this is Steve Dye with Northwest Painting and Coating. I'd like to welcome you to our digital coffee table book of sorts. We'll discuss a bit about who we are and what we do, and hopefully, with a little flair, we'll answer a lot of your questions along the way. Now, like I said, this is our digital coffee table book. Usually, we let our clients see a hard copy of this presentation while we're inspecting the project, taking pictures and careful measurements, things like that. For you, the lucky viewer, the basic premise is this. We love beautifying and protecting our homes and offices, and we want to do our best work for you every day. We want to create the best work environment and career possible for our team, and we want to serve the community in a practical and faithful way. We don't always get it right, but we put forth our full effort every time. This is essentially our client bill of rights. Picking color can be like naming a child, so we can help with that. We have equipment to make moving furniture easy and safe for our team, so no worries there. We're fanatical about cleaning up our job sites. Everything takes time, but we realize that people usually live where we work, so it's a priority. And of course, everyone has a story about a contractor never getting back with them. This happens to be our top priority, but it does happen to the best of them. So we work really hard at it. The only thing better than a job well done is a job well done the first time, and that comes with great communication. So that's our Bill of Rights. All right. This was a great job that came from an interior project that we did. Susan had a roof leak that damaged the ceilings in the kitchen. We repaired the drywall and then repainted the kitchen. She liked the process and the results so much that she had us back to do the exterior later that year. So, great craftsman house here in Lima. We were thrilled to help. One of our first projects was at Shawnee Alliance Church, a terrific place that I'd totally recommend. Unfortunately, we got the project because another painting crew was contracted to do the work and was not able to provide consistent service. We were able to step up and finish the project and keep it on time. We redid some work in the foyer and updated the main multi-purpose room that you can see in this picture. And you should check it out sometime. They're usually open 9:30 and 11 on Sundays, so you can see our work right there in living Technicolor. Here's something that's interesting. A lot of folks in our area think that most home projects can only be done in the summer or when it's nice out. But we actually work throughout the year, taking interior projects in the colder months. The paints that we use have very low odors and make the experience pretty manageable, actually. We can complete bedrooms, bathrooms, many kitchens, dining rooms in as little as one day. And we stage our work to maintain easy living in the home or office while you're at work so you can enjoy the space when you're home. We also do a fair amount of work while our clients are on vacation. This is a great arrangement for everyone, snowbirds and ourselves, as the home is most manageable for our crews and our clients can come back to a great looking home. It's almost like a bonus vacation in a way. A lot of folks ask us about our process. Great question. It does vary a bit based on what we are doing, but we are one of the few companies that have a standard operating procedure for every process that we do. Our crews are trained in them, and it makes our work sharper and more repeatable over the long term. Here you can see a basic interior SOP. The highlights are that we are a protection and prep-based painting company. We move and protect your belongings and floors. We mend, clean, and prep surfaces being painted. and we apply 2 or more coatings depending on the colors in the surface. Then we clean up. So we want our clients to be welcome to our work with awes of new looks, not suspicions of dust and drips. So that's the kind of experience you can expect from us. This is additional work that was scheduled at Shawnee Alliance after our first project. You can see a trend starting where we're asked back for more work. This is the highest level of trust to us, and we do not take it for granted. Big question that comes up, what paint do you use? The answer is the right one. All joking aside, every manufacturer has a great product or two. We often have biases that are little more than excellent marketing strategies that are working. What we prefer to do at Northwest Painting and Coating, though, is test products against each other and practical settings. It's like a revolving tryout for products to be put on your home. This way you have an all-star cast of products for their individual roles, such as trim or exterior walls made of concrete, whatever the case might be, rather than everything being bought from the same location. It's a little more work on our end, but we are warrantying our work, and it also helps to stimulate everybody's economy in a way. We're all about team here. Melinda here had the homestead rental to take care of after a long-term tenant had passed away. Being the most local out of 4 siblings and still not local at all, she was still about 2 hours away from the house. She was referred to us by our local Sherwin store manager, Josh. What made this home tricky was the nicotine-stained walls and smells. And after corresponding with the family and a couple of in-person meetings, we were able to get the work scheduled and started. We primed every wall and ceiling with a specialty primer for stains and odors, and then painted the entire home. You could see and smell the difference, and Melinda was well pleased with our timeliness and staying on budget. So great little project. So our exterior process, paint may only be as deep as the surface, but prep is not. Here is another one of our SOPs for the exterior work that we do. Very similar to interior work, but again, it boils down to using common sense, taking your time, and doing as good a job as you would for your elderly mother. That's basically how we approach things. So Becca here, while she was working during the day in April, we were able to repaint several rooms and ceilings, and it turned out to be a great project. Most of the rooms were repaints, so they didn't make great, before and after photos. But this one here just kind of popped. The sun was on our side here, and the blues really came out with the blue, with the lumber, and really turned into a great project. She was pleased as well. So this interior project was done while the clients were on vacation in December, actually early December. And you can see before and afters of this and many more of our projects on our website. And the louvered window treatments here was actually personally my first time using a sprayer. It was humbling, but I was able to deliver pleasing results. We later went on to repaint the living room as a gift to John's wife while she was away. And when we say communication, we also mean we can do clandestine communication if needed. So just something to keep in mind. So are you insured? Another great question. We are insured, and one of the ways that we leverage technology for our clients is by providing our information through a web portal up front. We do some commercial work where these documents are required, and it just makes sense to offer the same reassurances to our homeowners as well. So there you go. And like I said earlier, we treat every client like they were our mother. finding an extremely specific color that changes manufacturers, for instance, every 2 years. Check on that. Sourcing the right paint for the full pigment load. Check on that. The client had the color palette from Colonial Williamsburg from trips that she had taken her family on in the early 90s and had since lost most of her sight. So, fulfilling a lifetime dream of living in a reproduction home, down to the colors now that you could only kind of remember, check on that as well. So, meaningful project. So, professional referrals, these are reviews that were offered by acquaintances of mine. One of them was part of the basement waterproofing juggernaut, the Basement Doctor, and another was associated with one of the top window companies in our region. So we like to work with all the trades and companies for the benefit of our clients. We don't do windows, we don't do basements, but we know guys that do, and we know guys that do a really good job. So I was really happy to receive those. Some more painting projects. Just one that I would call your attention to, this green bedroom here. That started as wallpaper. So we do take wallpaper off, mend the walls, and repaint. That's a pretty common project for us. And another great question, who does our work? So we do our own work for the most part. We do outsource a bit of carpentry here and there until we can find the right person and the skill set to hire. But our core values are communicated to all the people that work on our projects. These attributes are who we are. We all paint, we all care, and it can be scary telling the truth, but we do. We challenge the quality of our projects and the skills to deliver the best of both. Our service is focused on you, our clients, but it's also focused on our teammates. We do the best that we can to make sure that they succeed and grow in their time with us. We are painters. Our projects have to be done right and on time, and we are a company made by community. So how can we care best for the people that we do life with and the ones we don't? These motives drive all of our company's work, and we believe you benefit from all of that. And some exterior decking, wood siding, our favorite projects, as you can imagine. Competitors, yeah. So we found out in starting the company in October of 23 that there were a lot of painters in the area. We value every one of them. Many painters have worked for at least 2 or 3 of these companies and for themselves. A few have worked for nearly every company and a buddy in the area. There's stories and decisions that are very real and very human. And what we are trying to do with our company is provide a dependable value for our clients, a great place to work and grow for our team, and create a wholesome impact for our community. So to do that, we work on bettering ourselves, not beating up the competition. Besides, you know all of them already. There's nothing special about marketing. But we are not immune from the typical things that every contractor faces. But we partner with organizations that will help us depend less on our perceived strengths and more on systems and processes that can deliver for us and for you when we're sick or overrun or life's just going too fast. So teamwork really does make our dream work. I know it's cliche, but yeah, that's how it works. These projects have their own case studies. Just know that we work in resurrection from time to time too. The farmhouse had been sitting idle for years, and the owner had gotten it ready to move in with his new bride with us. And the deck was a retreat for a family that had been through a really trying couple of years. It had been neglected and even had holes in parts of the decking. We replaced 32 boards and repainted with coatings that had been sitting in the garage for over a year. Now it's a paradise again for a very deserving family. All right. Let's go out with a bang. So we do commercial projects from time to time. We're capable of rapidly expanding our crew based on our company culture. And if you can do something the size of a house, then you can do something the size of a warehouse. We are constantly learning and perfecting our craft here at Northwest Painting and Coating. And if you've made it this far, congratulations. We really appreciate you and hope we can brighten up your atmosphere soon. Thanks and take care.